Next, I'd like to call on the Deputy PR of Belarus, followed by Norway.
Thank you, President. Belarus is grateful to UNDP for presentation of the strategic plan. We think the document can serve as a good basis for further negotiations with states and for improving the text of the document itself. I want to stress the balanced nature of the draft plan. We note with satisfaction the reflection in the document of the key role of UNDP in the UN development system, which nowadays is the main institution in the system of organs of operational activities in the UN on development issues. Belarus will continue to advocate maintaining the leading role of UNDP in that process. We'd also like them to make a few proposals on the draft strategic plan. On the structure of the document first, on the documents that the draft plan should be built on should remain universal UN documents defining areas and mechanisms for financing sustainable development, including the agenda in the field of sustainable development for the running up to 2030, the Addis Ababa program for financing development, and the QCPR. Second, the plan should be applicable to all categories of all state beneficiaries of the technical assistance, including which are reflected in the QCPR. This includes in particular the category of middle-income countries, which today represent the majority of the population of the world. That category in no way should be viewed as a competitor to other categories of countries, but a category that would allow UNDP to use its positive experience for other categories of states, and with due international support can guarantee transition to sustainable independent development. Now, on substance, the plan must be in line with national priorities and needs of the beneficiaries of international assistance. It also needs to reflect elements of UNDP country programs and development. Therefore, we propose UNDP conducting an analysis of these programs to prepare an effective draft strategic plan. And today we heard in the statement by the representative of UNDP that the resident coordinator will be holding a retreat. I think that work on retreats, that will be very useful for establishing a direct relationship with the authorities at national level. Second, the plan should respond to urgent contemporary problems. It should be mobile in terms of ability to respond to emerging crises and rendering assistance to countries in post-crisis recovery. Important place in the plan should be given to preventing environmental cataclysms as well as man-made catastrophes and dealing with their consequences. In terms of thematics, an important area should be ensuring economic growth of beneficiaries of international assistance, employment, bolstering social support to vulnerable groups of the population, ensuring gender equality, developing potentials in the sphere of renewable resources, and maintaining environmental sustainability. Also, we'd like to note the special role of donors in the future strategic plan. Here, UNDP should strike a balance of interest between beneficiaries and donor countries and strengthen existing partnership relations between those groups of states. For our part, Belarus expresses its gratitude to the EU, the USA, and other Western states, donors, as well as to Russia for funding programs of international technical assistance in Belarus through UNDP. In particular, we're grateful to the UN resident coordinator in Minsk, Sanak Samarasinha, for active work and reaching a fundamentally new level of work at the UNDP office in Belarus. We trust that this plan will bolster further cooperation. Thank you.
Thank you very much to the Deputy PR of Belarus. Then I'll call on